This event is being streamed live internationally, and there will be subtitles available for the entire event. In order to choose another language for subtitles or closed captioning in English, please go to the taskbar at the bottom of the screen and select CC. You can then select the language you would like to have for subtitles. Este evento se está transmitiendo internacionalmente y habrán subtítulos en 6 idiomas. El español ya está seleccionado, pero si desea otro idioma, vaya a la barra de tareas en su pantalla, escoga CC y escoga su idioma. In addition, you can participate virtually by using the question and answer space to send congratulations to the graduates by typing in the space that says, ask a question. Además, usted puede participar virtualmente usando el espacio de pregunta y respuesta para mandar mensajes a los graduados, tecleando su mensaje en esta área.
Good afternoon, parents, faculty, distinguished guests, and most importantly, the class of 2020 of Bell Multicultural High School, Columbia Heights Educational Campus. Buenas tardes, padres de familia, facultad, distinguidos invitados y por supuesto la clase de 2020 del Colegio Bell Multicultural. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this virtual graduation ceremony. And although I regret not being able to shake your hand as you cross the stage, I'm so glad to have this opportunity to share with you due to the wonders of technology. Es un placer darles el bienvenido a esta promoción virtual y aunque me da lástima que no podemos darnos la mano a cruzar el escenario, me siento muy contenta de tener esta oportunidad de compartir con ustedes una última vez. To begin our program, we will have the procession of the amazing and beautiful scholars of the class of 2020. Para comenzar, vamos a ver la clase de 2020. Let's have a big applause to welcome our class of 2020. Un aplauso para dar el bienvenido a la clase de 2020.
Forward. March. Others. Halt. Right turn. March. Others. Halt. Freeze and others. Ready. Cut. Gary, others. Ready. Cut. Right turn. March. Forward. March. Trail. Arms.
It's my honor to introduce Jeffrey Williams, the salutatorian of the class of 2020. Jeffrey has been at Czech since the 6th grade and is graduating with a 4.17 GPA. He has taken 6 AP classes, including AP English Literature, AP English Language, AP US History, AP Calculus, AP Studio Art, and AP Computer Science Principles. He participated in the robotics team, as well as the marching band, concert band, drumline percussion ensemble, and jazz band. Please welcome Jeffrey Williams.
Thank you for your kind introduction. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, and most importantly, the Alpha class of 2020. Today, we gather to reap in the product of 12 years of painstaking hard work, sleepless nights, tenacity, resilience, failure, and redemption. It is safe to say that we have made it. We have shown high school what we're all about, and have tackled the many hurdles that were thrown in our face in a trivial and ephemeral attempt to throw us off course. And this has been profoundly applicable in our final months of high school. The coronavirus pandemic has garnered some of the most adverse periods for all of us. If we are not directly affected by it, burdened with the anguishing task of caring for friends and loved ones as they battle it, we are bearing the consequence of the new normal that we have come to know as social distancing. A new normal that has stolen our opportunity to reap in the incomparable vibes of going to prom, having a senior trip, and most importantly, graduating on the beacon stage that we have been admiring from afar on the horizon for 12 years. That pivotal stage of the Dar Constitution Hall. Further, I stand in solidarity with all of you when I say that Microsoft Teams is unutterably lackluster for an event like this, and would never in a million years compare to Dar Constitution Hall. But here is the one thing that I want you to understand. The only thing COVID-19 has derailed is the manner in which we graduate. It has not derailed us graduating. And here we are today, continuing to rightfully celebrate this historic moment. And we should be thankful for that. Today, we do not merely draw things to a close, though it may have certainly appeared so the past couple of weeks. Our story does not end here. In fact, I'm standing here today to remind you that it is only beginning. We are not far out in the world yet. In fact, we are only now reaching the threshold. Today, we write not the end of our stories, but a new chapter. Though I stand here today, serving as your salutatorian, this was not an achievement that I was able to reach overnight. At one point, as I embarked on my Czech journey in late 2013, I was in the same boat as you all were in. I was lost. I was confused. I was stuck. On countless occasions, I was on the verge of giving up. But to make a long story short, I ended up eventually breaching my ambiguity, my doubts, and the shock of facing a new environment and routine. I found my own support system, my base of friends, in my own home. 3 years later, I would graduate valedictorian and proceed far more comfortably into my high school years. And here I am, graduating yet again with honors that I had plowed my way to earning. This experience has taught me open-mindedness, and this upcoming fall, it is that exact same degree of open-mindedness I developed for Czech 7 years ago that I will exhibit at American University, the college I'll be attending for the next 4 years on a full-ride scholarship, where I plan to double major in computer science and visual studio art. At this time, I would like to express the utmost of my gratitude for the 3 people in my immediate family that I feel incredibly blessed to have. My mother, my father, and my brother. My mother has played a vital role in the preparation of my success. Her persistent reminders, empathy for my failures, and unconditional motivation for me to achieve the many things that I thought were impossible to achieve made my current standing possible. I may not have always seen the appeal in her tactic of motivating me, especially when things seemed utterly impossible, but in the end, I can gratefully attest that it is ultimately fruitful. Her omnipresence on campus, along with my father's, is due to a ceaseless passion to support me throughout my academic endeavors and see me achieve greatness. It is because of her that I am standing here today with this honorable academic rank. However, academic competence will not alone result in prosperity in this kind of world that we live in. Academic strength does not complete the circuit of a man or woman. Our world is beautiful, but you can see that it is also barbed. Our world is founded on adversity, and survival also requires toughness. I would not have come to this realization and prime myself for this without the support and guidance of my father, who has not only taught me to not always expect to be accepted for who you are, have things go your way, or come out on top every single time, but has also emulated this toughness in the barbs of life, crafted by his own experiences of hardship to toughen me up. It's because of my father that I will be proceeding with adult life not only smart, but also tough. Not just an intellectual, but also a man. Along with my parents, my brother Timothy, has played a vital role in the redevelopment of a personality that I had lost to introvertedness many years ago. He has helped me come out of my shell to present both a professional and comedic persona. Additionally, his motivation will complete the motivational support system by my immediate family for me to achieve what I have so far and will continue to down the road in order to return the favor to him as a role model. I hope to see him graduate with success similar, equal, or even superior to mine when he walks the stage in 2023. While I am unable to thank everyone individually, I would like to extend my immense gratitude to the people within this campus that play an equally integral role in everyone's success. I would like to thank all our teachers who ultimately gave us the knowledge to make the world a better place, my fellow schoolmates who took part in shaping my personality, our staff who contributed to the discipline we must have to productively achieve, our college and career advisors for their ceaseless resources and encouragement for our preparation for the next step, and our tireless and passionate principal with a decades-long mission to drive cohorts like us to success, Ms. Takeba. I am an apolitical. I have never been a guy to publicly share his political beliefs with many people. Though I am a voter and an informed citizen, I am mostly private about my political standings and biases. And I will not stand here today and speak against or in favor of a certain candidate or leader. I will not stand here today and sway you to follow a specific movement. I will not stand here today and try to infuse a particular agenda in you. But I will stand here and state the painfully obvious so that you can establish your own compass for right or wrong. Support a candidate you think is qualified to lead the charge in bringing your visions to fruition. And endorse and follow any movement you find vital to your mission. It goes without saying that our world is in a mess. The truth is, you're graduating in the midst of two pandemics. One has made its debut in late 2019, and we all know this as novel coronavirus. Without realizing it, we have been facing a pandemic that has been centuries in the making and has become profoundly mainstream in the past 2 weeks. Hate, racism, division. And both of these are fatal pandemics, and they have claimed an appalling number of lives when they didn't have to. To graduate in the midst of these admittedly bleak circumstances actually makes our graduation much more important. The events that shroud our graduation give us a clear perspective of what our mission is beyond the stage, especially when a vast majority of us, including myself, a hybrid of Filipino and African American, represent the demographics that are hit hardest by these crises. So we are not only the class of 2020, we are the class of the coronavirus pandemic. We are the class of systematic racism. We are the class of adversity. And it is up to us, the next generation of adults, equipped today with the knowledge, skills, guts, and passion to turn these profound adversities inside out and craft the world that we all envision. The putty of the world now rests in our hands. Now, let's mold it into something beautiful. Congratulations, and I wish you all the utmost of luck in your future endeavors. Chet's musical program is second to none. Now please enjoy Yellow After the Rain, written by Mitchell Peters and performed by senior Larissa Dunn, who will be attending Georgetown University.
graduates and families, on behalf of our entire community, I want to congratulate the class of 2020. I know this is not the graduation or senior year you expected, but do not let that take away from how proud you should feel in this moment. That goes to for parents and grandparents, aunts and uncles, teachers and coaches, and everyone else watching who helped to make today possible. Class of 2020, you are graduating high school at a time when your voices are needed more than ever. Our nation is hungry for change. The pandemic set the stage for creating a new normal, and the recent protests and demands for justice have made clear just how necessary a new normal is. As cities across the country, including our own, begin to reopen, people don't want to go back to how things used to be. People want a world that is better than before, more equal and more just than before. Starting right now, you have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to rebuild and reimagine our societies. You are ready for this moment. Your generation grew up in a world that is constantly changing, so you are undaunted by the unknown. And not just undaunted, but excited. You are ready to root out injustice in all its forms, ready to achieve statehood for Washington, D.C. Class of 2020, you are ready to shake things up and build the more inclusive America we know is possible. So congratulations, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay ready to make a change.
Greetings to the class of 2020 graduates, families, and our entire DC Public Schools community. It has been my pleasure to be a part of our students' journeys as they look to become business leaders, digital designers, medical professionals, and yes, school teachers. And while I only got to know our graduating class most recently as chancellor, I recognize the unique experiences of being a DCPS graduate that it brings into the world. This class of 2020, after all, I urge you to take this time to reflect on what it means to grow up in our nation's capital, to embrace the bonds of our community, and to enter each day being your true self. To the class of 2020, you were born in the early days of a new millennium. Let that sink in for a minute. You are 1 in 1,000. For each generation of DCPS graduates growing up in Washington, D.C., it gives you a front row seat to the daily headlines and trending topics. You have heard these stories from your grandparents, your teachers, your neighbors, but now it's time to tell your story as the class of 2020. You will be able to say things like, I recited poetry from the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. I helped make the Anacostia River cleaner for people and animals. I danced the go-go at homecoming all night long. I attended a mock trial at the United States Supreme Court. I started my school's first vegetable garden with First Lady Michelle Obama. I ate a half smoke from the famous Ben's chili bone. I raised awareness of gun violence, climate change, and immigrant rights and social justice. I shook hands with President Barack Obama, and I marched peacefully in my city to protest against police brutality and walk down Black Lives Matter Plaza. Your story is about our hallways and our sidewalks in your school. It's about cheering so loud at the turkey bowl that your voice goes hoarse. It's about the inside jokes between you and your closest friends. It's about balancing school, job, family, all the commitments that you have, but yet and still maintaining good grades and still remembering those that are no longer with us. You did what many cannot do, and while this year did not turn out as we predicted, one thing we know for certain is you work hard and it will not go unnoticed. We're not celebrating you in person today, but we are still celebrating you. DC Public Schools is proud of our graduates. and we know you will go on to accomplish things that we cannot even think of in this moment. It is why the class of 2020 will be the very first DCPS Persist class, as a new program is being launched to provide graduates with special resources that will be available to them as they begin their next chapter. We want every DCPS student who goes on to college to have the support and the guidance they need to succeed as they earn their degree and pursue their path of a fulfilling career. You are entering the world as a DCPS alumni, and we hope that your successes become a source of inspiration for future graduates. I cannot wait to hear what you have to say, to see what you are doing, and experience what you are creating. To the class of 2020, I salute you on behalf of the entire DCPS school community. We all say, congratulations, class of 2020.
It is now my honor to present my classmate, Emerson Madrid Romero, the valedictorian of the class of 2020. Emerson is graduating with a 4.18 GPA and will be attending Georgetown University on a full scholarship. So please welcome Emerson.
Buenas tardes. Good afternoon, family, friends, teacher, guests, Ms. Tukeva, but most importantly, the class of 2020. I'd like to welcome all of you to this special event, the graduation of one of the most talented, skilled, and intellectually advanced classes this school has ever witnessed. Fellow graduates, it is an honor to share these emotions with all of you today. I know that this year did not go as planned. We suffered and missed out on important experiences that we will never get back. We missed concerts, scholarship ceremonies, prom, and we even have to give up on the idea of celebrating a proper graduation with our beloved friends and people who helped us get to this moment. It wasn't supposed to end this way. Many of us did not get to say thank you and goodbye to our teachers and friends. We did not get the chance to celebrate our college acceptances and other achievements with those who supported us for years. However, this is reality, and one thing that this pandemic has taught me is that things do not always go our way. But we have to adapt to every unexpected situation in order to achieve the best of ourselves. And our class has demonstrated this resilience and more, not just for the past 3 months, but since we started at Czech. That is why I am proud to say that I do not stand here as the pinnacle of intelligence. I stand here as Emerson Madrid, just another member of the amazing class of 2020. For many of you, this Czech career did not start 4 years ago. In some cases, you started at Lincoln, or even 1 or 2 years ago. In my case, it started 3.5 years ago. I come from El Salvador, where I spent the first 15 years of my life. Early in my education, I was diagnosed with a learning disability, and I couldn't read, write, or count until I was 7. I worked hard to overcome this challenge, and by the time I was 15, I had excellent grades. Yet, I soon worried that all the years of hard work and dedication will all be squandered because suddenly I was moving to America, starting a new life and a new education. When I first arrived to this country, I did not have any knowledge of what English was or what I was supposed to do in order to survive in America. I felt like I was deaf. I had so much in my mind that I wanted to express, but I felt voiceless. However, at Czech, I had the amazing opportunity to meet wonderful people who guided me in pivotal moments of my life. I wouldn't be here graduating today if I never made mistakes and learned from them. I wouldn't be here if I didn't have my friends who day to day supported me in my career to success, and who day to day made me laugh and smile. I would not be here if my counselors and teachers were not constantly advising me to expand my horizons. Without the help of Czech, I will not be attending Georgetown University this fall with a full scholarship. So I would like to thank all of the teachers and classmates that took the time just to talk to me and believe in me, and to make me feel that I do have a voice. And most importantly, I owe a huge thank you to my family for always being there and for leaving your country of birth to provide all the resources necessary in order to make my dream come true. Thank you for all these brief yet wondrous 4 years of Czech. For some of us, this will be the last day that we're going to see each other's faces. Some people will be happy, others not so much. I believe, however, that the majority of stories and friendships we created will last for a long period of time. Because of the bonds we formed and the adversities we overcame together as a family. Overall, I want all of us just to be proud. Because despite all the odds against us, we managed to survive and finish high school while the world was falling apart. Just imagine, we live in a world where discrimination and racism, for some reason, still exist. A world where undocumented immigrants live under the shadows. A world where police brutality is dehumanizing and killing Black men and women. A world where it is easier to obtain a weapon than a proper education. So be aware of how powerful you are here in this moment, and be aware of how much good you can do in a world that needs our courage. Education is the most powerful weapon we possess. Education is freedom. I know some of us will pursue a college degree. Some will pursue other opportunities. I know that you have your own journeys to create and follow. So respect the decisions you have made, yet strive to become the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. As Winston Churchill said, success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Remember, you don't have to be perfect in order to achieve success. As mistakes are opportunities to learn, grow, and teach others. For we are all in this struggle, and we are powerful beyond measure. Now, let's go out into the world and explore and dominate it. Because we are the class of 2020, and we can never be silenced. Ahora, solo quisiera agradecerles a ustedes por las innumerables experiencias que he logrado forjar con ustedes. Sé que los últimos años han sido difíciles, pero al fin lo hemos conseguido. Sé que han habido múltiples ocasiones en las que no se han sentido representados de la manera que deberían, o que no los escuchan. Pero con esfuerzo y motivación han logrado mandar todas las preocupaciones al lado y enfocarse en ustedes mismos, sin importar lo que los demás digan. Solo imagínense, trabajar de noche y estudiar de día, obtener todas las responsabilidades que tiene un adulto a temprana edad, aprender a cómo sobrevivir en un país que no habla nuestro mismo idioma. Sé que ha sido difícil y por eso no tengo nada excepto admiración hacia ustedes. En fin, gracias por sus consejos y estas inolvidables experiencias en estos últimos 4 años. Thank you once again. Congratulations y felicidades to the class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Felicidades, clase del 2020. We have worked so hard throughout the year, despite the circumstances. But the day is finally here. I'm going to let every single one of you know that I'm so proud of everything you all have accomplished so far. But remember, this is only the beginning. Now, it's my honor to introduce our commencement speaker. He's a 2-time Emmy Award-winning sport journalist. As a former college athlete, his career has spanned over 25 years in television and radio. The highlights include covering the Michael Jordan-led Chicago Bulls championship teams of the 1990s, the San Antonio Spurs, the 2012 New York Giants Super Bowl team, and several NCAA basketball finals. He also worked as an NFL sideline reporter for Fox Sports. His education includes a BA from Denison University, Master's in Journalism Public Affairs from American University, and Master of Legal Studies from Arizona State University. Please welcome Daryl Joyner.
Thank you very much. Hello, proud graduates of Bell Multicultural High School. Now, you may not realize it right now, but today is a moment that you will cherish for the rest of your lives. Finishing high school is a great accomplishment, which is an end, but it's also a beginning of the rest of your life. Your dedication and desire and commitment to graduating is a statement of that commitment, not only to your education, but also it is the first step toward you achieving whatever dream or dreams you may have, whether it's continuing your education or joining the work world. I was once where you are right now, a kid in DC graduating, and it was an exciting time. And yes, there was some apprehension and anxiety, but I assure you it was only natural. I know many of you have many dreams. On my graduation, I had them as well. The sky was the limit. Our ceremony was held outside. Now I stress this point, and you'll soon find out why. I was all dressed up in a nice suit. I had a nice tie on, and also my shoes were polished. I was proud and ready to conquer the world, thinking I knew everything there is to know about life. Well, that was until a bird flew over and pooped on my gown. That's right, pooped right on my gown. I freaked out. I spent the entire graduation trying to get the poop off of that gown, get it cleaned off. Afterwards, my grandmother laughed, but she did say that was a life lesson learned, because things in life sometimes do not go according to plan. You have to be able to adapt, have a backup plan, and not be thrown off course or have your dream destroyed by an obstacle. Her words were never truer than in that moment. Now, I was lucky enough to play basketball in college at Denison University. It's a small school in Granville, Ohio. I was a pretty good point guard, if I say so myself, and had dreams of one day possibly playing professionally. Well, that never happened, but my grandmother and father always stressed education. They knew what I didn't know. Things happen in life, changes happen quickly, like that bird pooping on my graduation gown. Luckily, I had an education as my foundation, and my father, as an attorney, had always stressed to me, the ability to communicate is essential in everything you do in life. Be it if you're a teacher, a nurse, a musician, and yes, even a sportscaster. Being able to express a cogent thought or idea to someone is the basis for most, if not all, occupations. For instance, I once worked on Capitol Hill there in DC for 2 US senators. This was a far cry from playing basketball, but I was able to do so because of my education, because of my work ethic, and my ability to learn. I wrote letters to constituents regarding their concerns ranging from medical care, housing, and policies of the senator. I admit it was not easy, but I worked hard and I was a quick study. Again, the ability to communicate was key to my success. My next career move was going to graduate school at American University there in Washington, DC. I received a master's degree in journalism and public affairs. Now, this honed my writing skills, which allowed me to make my transition into sports broadcast journalism a lot easier. So I took 2 of my passions, that being sports and communication, and I combined the two and made it into a career. It was not a job, it was a career. I was getting paid to go to games, to watch games, and to talk about games. I was lucky. I was being in a situation that I had wanted to be in my entire life. But I wasn't getting paid for it at that point, before, getting into sports journalism. But my dreams of being in sports were still a reality, but with a slight change. Not as a player, but as a broadcaster. It was the next best thing, and I loved every minute of it. So I guess if you're passionate about something, it makes your career and also it makes your life a lot easier. But I will be remiss if I do not touch on these subjects as well. The other side of the coin, hard work and sacrifice. That too is also in the equation. My first job in television was in Grand Junction, Colorado. I made less than $15,000 a year. One of my first assignments was to cover the World Giant Slalom Ski Championships in Aspen, Colorado. Now, the funny thing about this is because I knew nothing about skiing, nor had I ever skied before. But what I did know was how to get the information on skiing. So I studied for one full day. I learned the names, I learned the history of the skiers, and also the event. By the time I posted my story, no one had any idea 48 hours before I knew nothing about skiing. Again, the ability to adapt to change in life, hard work, and being able to communicate were crucial yet again. I cannot stress this enough. Now, over the years, I've covered a lot of different sporting events. Super Bowls, NBA Finals, Stanley Cup Finals, NCAA Finals, just to name a few. And yes, I even worked at Fox 5 in Washington, D.C. But the most gratifying were two significant career moves I made. One, moving to Chicago and covering the Michael Jordan Championship Chicago Bulls back in the 90s. The other, working in New York City, the #1 TV market in the country. But you know what? I still wanted more out of life, so I decided to go back to school and pursue a law degree. That's where I am today, in pursuit of that degree. The ability to communicate continues to be the baseline in each and every endeavor in my life. And if you take anything away from my reflections, please take these. Learn how to communicate, learn how to write, and learn how to speak effectively. This will take you very, very far in life. So as I conclude, sometimes I look back and I say, how did I get here? I was a kid from a modest background, no privileged family, no family connections. How did I achieve so many satisfying accomplishments? Well, one was hard work, two, believing in myself, and three, having a dream and not being deterred. Trust me, it was not easy by any stretch of the imagination. I've been turned down for many jobs and opportunity, more than you'll ever know, but that did not deter me from my dream. Our perseverance has paid off. Along the way, I've been honored to win not only one, but two Emmys. I'm very proud that I was recognized by my peers. So the point here is this, it's not so much the Emmy, but this. This is a time for you to set your path and your dreams, and yes, your Emmys, in whatever field you go down in life. Go down with an objective and achieve that objective. Again, I cannot stress it even more. Have a dream, stick with that dream, and do not get thrown off track. I want to thank you very much for your time. Hopefully I've been worthy of your time. Thank you again. I want to say good luck and continued success. And last but not least, go Griffins.
Good afternoon, principal, teachers, staff, family members, and class of 2020. My name is Marcelina Lopez. Today is a day where we graduate as the class of 2020. And today I brought a poem for class of 2020. The name of the poem is Senior Year. The days, weeks, months were different, full of smiles and support. But we never thought that we were going to leave behind half of the year because of a pandemic that changed everything. Let's be proud of what we have achieved and what we will achieve. It is the last year where all of us as class of 2020 have to say goodbye. The year of 2020 will be unforgettable, not only because of a pandemic, and our associates for a movement to fight for justice and social equality. It will be also because Class of 2020 never gave up. Our memories are the only thing left, and the last thing we can do is never forget. The teacher gave us support to continue ahead and be successful as students. Goodbye, staff, teacher, and students. We have a life ahead of us in which we have to fight and follow the dreams we want to be and who we want to be. I know we can do this. Let's show the world that the Class of 2020 never gave up. Muy buenas tardes, principal, maestros, familias y clase del 2020. Mi nombre es Marcelina López y hoy tengo el honor de leerles un poema a la clase del 2020. El nombre del poema es El año del 12. Los días, semanas, meses eran diferentes, llenas de sonrisas y de apoyo, pero nunca pensamos que íbamos a dejar mitad del año por una pandemia. Estemos orgullosos de nosotros. Hemos logrado y hemos logrado y seguiremos lográndolo. Último año, donde todos nos despediremos como clase del 2020. El año del 2020 será inolvidable, no solo por una pandemia, ni por un resurgimiento de una lucha por justicia y igualdad social, sino también por la clase del 2020 que nunca se rindió. El recuerdo será lo único que quedará y lo último que tenemos que hacer es nunca olvidar. Los maestros nos dieron apoyo para seguir adelante y triunfar como estudiante. Adiós administradores, maestros, compañeros, tenemos una vida por delante a la que tenemos que luchar y ser quien soñamos ser. Sé que podemos seguir adelante. Demostremos al mundo que la clase del 2020 nunca se dio por vencido. Gracias. Clase del 2020, felicidades. Class of 2020, congrats.
My dear class of 2020, congratulations to you on this most momentous day in your life. Your graduation from high school, the culmination of 12 years of pride, poise, and perseverance as a mighty griffin. You are truly to be congratulated today. We are gathered here today as a school community, a community that stands in solidarity with Black Lives Matter, a community that stands against all forms of oppression and racism. And your triumph today represents the perfect counterpoint to the challenges that are facing us in today's society. We're also here to celebrate your parents who have supported you with patience and love throughout all these years of education. Parents, I know you're so proud today, and I can see the smiles of joy on your face. We salute you and we thank you for the support that you've given not only to your child, but to our entire school, especially during this time of learning at home, when you have been learning alongside us how to use technology in this new way of learning. We thank you for your participation and we thank you for your feedback throughout the year. Celebramos también a los padres de familia que han apoyado a sus hijos a través de todos estos años con paciencia y amor. Padres, yo sé que se sienten muy orgullosos hoy y hasta puedo visualizar las sonrisas de alegría. Les agradecemos, padres, por su apoyo no solamente a sus hijos, pero al colegio entero. Durante este periodo de aprendizaje en la casa, ustedes también han estado aprendiendo con nosotros cómo utilizar esta nueva tecnología. Padres de familia, ustedes son los héroes en la vida de sus hijos. We would never be here today without our courageous, creative, and committed staff who always put students in the center. This year, more than ever, our teachers and staff have come together like a championship team to redesign our school almost overnight and find new ways for learning through technology. Whether it was Zoom, Teams, Flipgrid, or Nearpod, our teachers used every tool at their disposal to reach their students and never gave up until they reached all of them. Students, I'd like you to think right now of a teacher or a counselor or a faculty member who has supported you over these years of education, and let's give some snaps and show some love to our teachers and staff. What will history say about the class of 2020? As Jeffrey and Emerson spoke in their remarks, you are a class coming of age during dual crises. Don't let the word crisis shake or deter you. In the words of Albert Einstein, in the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity. So let's view these challenging times from that perspective. 20 years from now, when you are reminiscing about your high school days, you will be able to say, I graduated in 2020, the year justice could no longer be denied, when the Black Lives Matter movement expanded, reverberated, and resonated around the globe. I graduated in 2020, the year of a global pandemic which changed our daily lives beyond imagination, but I was able to innovate, learn, and change. I graduated in 2020, and we as a class were accepted to over 100 colleges throughout the country, and we earned over $2 million in scholarships. I graduated in 2020, and we were proudly multicultural, multilingual, and multi-talented. So now you have the advantage of entering a world where you will need, the jobs you will need to prepare for have not even been invented yet. And you can and must invent those jobs. So much is unknown and no one has the answers. So you will have the opportunity to fully use your imagination and your creativity to develop new ways of doing things. You will want to be the ones doing the creation and designing because you want to be in a job that will respect your needs and your health rather than be in a job that is controlled by others. The opportunity and possibilities for you to create new ways of working and living are exciting. For example, jobs in education have already changed dramatically and will continue to change. As we become more virtual, we might not even need buildings like this one. Restaurants and the hospitality industry are in a process of change, and we will need owners and managers who can envision a new way of serving customers, a new way of designing their buildings and their businesses. The world of sports will need people to design ways to protect players' health, new venues for games, and new ways to engage fans and audiences. We can clearly see that the law enforcement professions must change, and so those careers will require a new kind of organizational structure, a new mission, new empathy, and new skill set. These are just a few examples of intriguing dilemmas that face you as you go forward. What will you need in order to invent these new careers and take advantage of these opportunities? First, you will need to use the principles of equity, social justice, and empathy at the center of all that you do. You will need to continuously improve your knowledge of technology applications in their many iterations. You will need an orientation towards risk-taking and experimentation. Remember, no one has the answers. The answers are within you. Finally, you will need to continue your education and, more importantly, continue learning for the rest of your life. So today, before you head on to your wonderful future, accept and celebrate your accomplishments as we do. Then set your sights on the next horizon and be resolute in following your dreams. In the words of President Barack Obama, change will not come if we wait for some other person or if we wait for some other time. We are the ones we have been waiting for. Class of 2020, take charge. Be the change. Congratulations, Class of 2020, felicitaciones, clase de 2020. Will the class of 2020 please stand? By the power vested in me by the Mayor of the District of Columbia, Muriel Bowser, and the Chancellor of the DC Public Schools, Louis Farabee, I hereby certify that all of the students here today have completed all of the requirements for graduation from the District of Columbia Public Schools. Congratulations, class of 2020.
I now hereby certify that the members of the class of 2020 have completed the requirements for graduation from the District of Columbia Public Schools. On behalf of Mayor Bowser, I enthusiastically accept the DCPS class of 2020. Let's give a big round of applause to our graduates.
This is Ms. Sweet, and I'm here today to tell you congratulations. Congratulations to the class of 2020. You did it. Today is your day. We didn't know that your graduation was going to be virtual when we started planning way in September, but it's okay. Does that matter? No, what matters is the fact that you are graduating and you are going to be considered DCPS graduates as of today. As of today, you will be considered graduates of Columbia Heights Educational Campus, one of the best schools in DC. And for that, I'm so proud of you. And I want you all to know that I love you from the bottom of my heart. We did this together, but you did the work and you worked hard. Congratulations to your parents who pushed you, your family members who pushed you, your guardians who pushed you. Congratulations, families, for making it this far. We did it. My job today is to present the special awards. Congratulations to all students who received special awards today. And to all of the class of 2020, just know that Ms. Sweet loves you. I will always be here for you. You can always call on me, and I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You persevered and you did it. Congratulations, class of 2020. And this year's valedictorian is Emerson Madrid. Congratulations to this year's class of 2020 salutatorian, Jeffrey Williams. Congratulations to Ms. Kayla M. Strong for winning the Leadership Award for the class of 2020. Congratulations to Manuel Cecina for winning the Citizenship Award for the class of 2020. Congratulations to Mr. Jesse Smith. This year, you have won the Most Improved Student Award for the class of 2020. Congratulations to Mr. Jeffrey Williams for winning the Career and Technical Education Award. Jeffrey has his math certification in both IT and Engineering Academy. Congratulations, Jeffrey. This year's Principal's Achievement Award is awarded to Andrea Cornelia. And this year's Exceptional English Language Learners Award goes to Dennis Portillo. And this year's Student Athletic Award goes to Stefan McKinney. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to say congratulations to the class of 2020. Congratulations to all of your hard work for the Class Bell Scholarship Award recipients. And our Parent of the Year Award goes to Mrs. Williams. Mrs. Williams is Mr. Jeffrey Williams' mother, the salutatorian. Ms. Williams has been here with us ever since Jeffrey was in Lincoln Middle School. And Ms. Williams also has another son that is in check as well. Thank you, Ms. Williams, for all your support and everything that you've done for our school. We love you. Congratulations. And this year, the Teacher of the Year, the class of 2020 voted for Mr. Michael Hunter. Thank you, Mr. Hunter, for all you've done for the class of 2020 and all of the previous classes before this. We appreciate you and we appreciate your support and everything you do for our students. Congratulations, Mr. Hunter.
Emerson Madrid. Jeffrey Williams. Fatima Gonzalez. Pedro Amaya Otero. Bamla Bahiru. Francesco Baez Ginrich. Marilyn Chica. Larissa Dunn. Lorvic Flores Maria. Juliana Franco. Kariachu Monserrat. Cindy Guevara. Mandomdewa Kao. Obed Johannes. Junior Robles Juarez. Walter Mundo. Yen Hannah Wynn. Reagan Robertson. Katie Reyes Rodriguez. Tanya Melendez Perez. Jasmine Preston. Kayla Monet Strong. Jessica Valencia. Miriam Yusel Lazo. Brandon Abarca Salvador.
Omar Aguilar Lugaldo.
Noelia Aguilar Melendez. Carla Alvarenga. Rodolfo Alvarez. Victor Amaya Aparicio.
Fanosin Adlavan.
Isaac Aparicio. Maynard Aquino. Zerubabella Artis. Astrid Batres. Giovanni Benitez. Gabriel Ben. Ebenezer Bezuna. Marco Blanco. Andrea Bonilla. Edwin Bonilla. Karen Bonilla. Jacqueline Bonilla Zelaya. Alicia Bravo Diaz. Kiara Brito Ruiz. Olea Brown. Lanaya Bullock. Latrell Bird. Jaden Campfield. Henry Omar Campos. Merlin Carballo Bonilla, Luis Carranza, Delia Casarrubias Ramirez, Juan Camilo Castillo, Mayreli Castro, Stephanie Chavez, Elijah Childs, Janae Coates, Odette Coronado Vicente, Michaela Cruz, Ishanti Davis, Maximo Delgado, Jocelyn Diaz, Hugo Dominguez Fuentes, Allison Espinosa, Caroline Espinosa, Stephanie Ferman,
Brenda Flores,
Fernando Flores, Gloria Flores, Tamaya Elizabeth Frazier, Jacqueline Garcia Cruz, Moises Garcia, Vidal Gonzalez, Paige Griffin, Patricia Guillen Alvarenga, Janderson Guzman Oviedo, Catherine Hernandez Martinez, Nicole Hernandez Melga, Brian Hernandez, Person Hernandez, Joanna Hernandez, Vanessa Hernandez, Angelica Hernandez Vasquez, Kennedy Hill, Zora Holly, Alea Johnson, Jennifer Juarez, Robert Hubbard, Ronnie Juma Felice, Adama Calais, Marvin Lazo, Brian Lemos, Erika Lopez Molina, Jennifer Lopez, Brawell Lopez de Leon, Marcelina Lopez Fuentes, Libby Lopez Rodriguez, Ariana Laos, Marcellus McCall, Jackson, Madrid.
Eric Gabriel Maldonado Vargas.
Stephen Mankimi. Clavon Manning. Morris Marcia Martinez. Willie Marroquin. Jason Martinez. Kendris Griffith Martinez. Griselda Martinez Lemos. Luis Martinez. Larry Mayo. Shayana McGee. As Stephanie Melendez. Kimberly Melendez. Jose Mendez. Jonathan Mendez Vasquez. Omar Mendoza. Stephen Michelle. Miriam B. Molina Lopez. Juan Carlos Monroy. Maria Montes de Oca. Ana Morales. Shaneri Morel Feliz. Isabella Miluska Muñez Huaman. Angelica Narte. Elizabeth Ortiz Sanchez. Jenny Paniagua Salomon. Leslie Paz. Adaris Perez. Jada Phillips. Elizio Portillo. Jesus Portillo. Luz Portillo Medrano. Dennis Portillo Aguilar. Ashley Marisol Privado. Arlette Ramos Carranza. Jaden Randolph. Ariana Reyes. Makira Robinson. Darcy Rodriguez. Patrick Rucker. Daro Romas Sam. Aaron Sanchez. Angel Santiago Martinez. Daniela Santos. Deathalum Singh Sawadi. Jesse Smith. Tanasia Smith. Salvador Solano Tejeda. Adrian Soriano. Jada Nakia Steele. Lance Swinton. Leanna Thomas. Eduardo Torres. Danielle Turner. Jennifer Humansor Alvarez. Wilson Valladares. Yesenia Vargas Lobo. Catherine Denise Flores Cordova. Jacqueline Fuentes Ventura. Yasleen Ventura. Luis Vieira. David Villalobos. Orly Villatoro. Maria Montez Wallace. Eric Wells. Vanessa Zamudio. Manuel Zesena. Enrique Zelaya.
Still little Chico Pitbull, Mr. 305, but it said Mr. Worldwide, and I'm checking in to speak to the graduating class of 2020.
Felicidades en su graduación, la clase de 2020.
Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Congratulations, Washington, D.C. class of 2020.
I want to, first of all, congratulate each and every one of you for obtaining such a monumental event in your lives.
I want to personally congratulate you on this great milestone you have achieved in your academic career.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Enjoy your day. Dance like you've never danced before. Make the most of this quarantine, because tomorrow the real work starts. Tomorrow the work of being a change agent and changing the world starts.
I just wanted to say how incredibly proud I am of every single one of you. This was not an easy year, and you continued and you pushed through.
You are the first and the freshest of graduates who will face down this pandemic and its aftermath. So pivot. Bring your ideas, energy, and urgency to bear upon this situation. Be leaders in helping us to address it and all the other challenges we face in the world.
We need your energy. We need your creativity. We need your courage and boldness. We need you to be willing to step out and to change the world, because the world is in dire need of change.
Ustedes son parte de una clase muy especial. Esto viene siendo en 2020 la clase más histórica de todo el mundo.
When you get on campus, I want you to be a leader, okay? There's gonna be a lot of people in your way. I want you to keep a tight-knit bond with family and friends back home, and I want you to take it every day at a time, all right?
Go into your lives, go into your futures, stay focused, stay humble, stay loving.
I want y'all to continue to strive to be the best that you can be. I know this is some crazy times right now, but you got through it. You got through it.
I want to see you all become the next millionaires, the next billionaires, the next business owners. So hold it down for the District of Columbia. Keep moving forward. Never give up. And always think about what you overcame.
So I can't wait to see what the class of 2020 comes up with. We are watching. We are proud of you. We are so excited for you. And just go out there and kill it.
I know from witnessing the art you've created, the service projects you've already pioneered, and the level of civic engagement you've already demonstrated, that you as a class and as a generation coming to adulthood are going to be able to surmount the challenges that come your way.
The DC public school system is very, very special. You are a very special class, and I just want to wish you the best for your journey into the future.
Keep pursuing everything that you want. Make sure you guys reach for the stars, and make sure you guys understand that you guys are DC public school graduates. Yes, go DC public schools, DC public schools. Let's go.
God bless you. Congratulations, and stun on them. Stun on them. Stun on them. You're out. You made it.
Congratulations, DCPS class of 2020 on your graduation.
Wishing you all the best for the future and hope you're staying safe out there.
Congratulations again to the class of 2020. You've gone through something special, and that makes you guys very special.
So as you go forward from this moment, love more, dream bigger, be stronger, and never, ever, ever give up.